The most frustrating thing about men is the fact that they refuse to acknowledge when they are being flirted with. They'll go, "You're so handsome," and they just go. They look so confused to the point where you're like, they obviously want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Won't do that again. And later you find out they liked you the whole time. So, what?
Modern women are having complete breakdowns. All because of one simple thing. Men stopped giving them attention.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm going to tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired, okay? That is something you're going to see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing, that as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you.
Where the niggas at who paying bills? Cause I'm not doing this shit no more. Like I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Now I see why these women out here like living good. What a nigga paying their bills? Like where are they? Because I'm not doing this no more. Like the car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta take care of everything. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I see why people stay in relationships and they're miserable. At least the bills paid. I'm not doing this no more. Where the niggas who spend money, who pay all the bills? Where they at?
Winter has arrived for so many women, and this is why you see an uptick in dating content and women talking about how the dating pool has piss in it, because they're in an economic bind. The economy is getting worse for so many women, and the bills still keep coming in, and they're just like, man, I need a man, I need some help. But you notice they're not saying I need a man for anything that a man would want, like in a woman, or in other words, for anything that a man would provide that he would enjoy. They are desperate for men because they need economic help. But what's so funny is that what makes women think like this? What makes them think that all a man is doing is waiting to be the helper, waiting to be Captain Saba, you know what I mean, Captain Saba 304, or Captain Saba woman, it doesn't have to be a 304. Why do you think men are just waiting around to come save a woman? And how are you going to get in relationship with a man? That's going to determine if a man is going to be helping you or not, isn't it? So it seems to me that instead of women coming on here panhandling and complaining, why don't you make yourself a more desirable woman so that a man picks you and then he will help you?
Alright, listen. I don't know if you've noticed this lately, but modern women are having complete breakdowns online, and honestly, it's getting embarrassing. Everywhere you look, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, there's always someone crying, ranting, screaming at the camera, and all because of one simple thing. Men stopped giving them attention. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. For years, they were told male validation would always be there. Guaranteed. Automatic. Men would chase no matter what. They could act however they wanted and men would still show up. But now, men have pulled back. Men have walked away. And the reaction is getting more and more desperate by the day. Look, I'm just being honest here. I don't blame men at all. You can literally watch the shift happening in real time. These meltdowns aren't random. They're happening because the attention pipeline dried up. And when attention disappears, reality hits hard. You're about to see exactly what I'm talking about. These breakdowns, the crying videos, the entitlement on full display, the moments where ego and reality finally collide. This is what happens when the world stops clapping for you. This first clip is a perfect example. One rejection. Just one. And suddenly she's falling apart like her whole universe collapsed. And look at it closely, this isn't about sadness. This is about losing the one thing she always counted on, men chasing. When your entire identity is built on attention, losing attention feels like losing oxygen. And here comes the next one. She expected this guy to blow up her phone, chase her, validate her every minute, and when he didn't. Here's the truth, and this is just my opinion. These reactions aren't really about men rejecting them. They're about the realization that the world they were promised doesn't exist anymore. They were told they didn't need men. They were told they were the prize. They were told. Attention has become a currency for a lot of modern women. It's validation, ego, identity, all in one place. So when men stop giving a 10, and honestly, anyway that.
I'm gonna see if I can plug it in.
Can you just help me real quick? I'm just asking as a man, can you just help me?
I didn't say I didn't choose to tell you to have that
No,
baby.
but why a woman have to help? Why
Listen,
can't
I didn't
you
tell you to have that baby.
That's that way, but you're a whole man, you can't help me.
Maybe like that. I'm gonna see if I can plug it in.
Can you just help me real quick? I'm just asking as a man, can you just help me?
I didn't say I didn't choose to tell you to have that
No,
baby.
but why a woman have to help? Why
Listen,
can't
I didn't tell you to have that
man?
baby.
That's that way, but you're a whole man, you can't help me.
You be quick to help. She helped you out.
Women are upset that men aren't approaching them in public anymore.
No. In fact, I would like all men, except for my husband, of course, to stay away from me and learn to shut the fuck up.
For over 40 years, women have told men to leave them alone. Don't approach me, you creep, they would all say. And it turns out if you keep telling men to stay away from you, they will. Modern women are going on TikTok to whine about men not approaching them. Back in the day, it was simple. A guy saw a pretty woman, walked up to her and said hi. Of course, women called that predatory and patriarchy, and now everything's messed up. Men not approaching women anymore. For over 40 years, women have told men to leave.
At this point, I've accepted that I'm just gonna have to be single forever and ever because. So I'm talking to this guy. I really like him. You know, he's so cute. He's so sexy, and yeah, like really feeling him. And yeah, he's getting to know me, talking to me, putting in so much effort, and just doing everything right, giving me money, paying for my groceries. Doing all of the above. Can't complain. Tell me why yesterday I've had to put him out. Tell me why I've gone through his phone. And that's why, girls, if you want to stay happy, don't go through a guy's phone because they're going to do it every single time. Literally, they're going to really disappoint you every single time. Tell me why I've gone through his phone and I'm seeing that he's just talking to bare different girls. And I'm just like, okay. But I just want to know, why do you guys do that? Why do you guys do that? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it really doesn't. And I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I'm really fuming.
Become so cold and out of touch with our feminine energy that men are literally horrified of being that guy or getting canceled and trashed on. Most of them have just completely backed off because we women have been screaming at them not to come talk to us. We have to take accountability for our action and behavior as women and stop making men look like monsters and start embodying our feminine energy to be more warm and inviting for the right man to swoop you off your feet.
Reason number 10 will show you why men are drawing harder lines than ever with their standards. Reason number 8, men's value finally caught up with their age. This is a major shift, and men are starting to see it clearly. For women, their peak attention usually comes in their 20s. For men, their peak value comes in later, often in their 40s. Why? Because that's when he's built his money, his career, his discipline, and his confidence. In his 20s, he might have been invisible, broke, inexperienced, and still figuring himself out. But now in his 40s, that same man walks into a room and people notice. He carries presence. He has resources. He has wisdom. He has stability. And older men are realizing they're no longer the ones chasing validation. They are the validation. So why would a man who finally has leverage throw it away on someone who brings drama instead of peace? He won't. He'll stay single until he finds someone worthy of what he's built. And this flows straight into number 9, because now that men understand their value, they're not looking for pretty faces anymore. They're looking for purpose. Reason number 9, Purpose over pretty problems. Men today aren't impressed by looks alone. They've seen enough Instagram filters, makeup tricks, and surface level attraction. What they're looking for is deeper. They want alignment, a woman who builds legacy, not just selfies, a woman who multiplies his vision, not drains it, a woman who understands partnership, not competition. Because here's the truth, beauty fades, but purpose lasts. A beautiful woman with no character or cooperation is just chaos wrapped in makeup. So, men are saying no to pretty problems. They're not chasing women who look good for the gram. They want women who help them build something that lasts. And this perfectly sets up for reason number 10, where we'll expose why modern dating itself feels like spiritual poison. Reason number 10, the dating pool is spiritual poison. The dating pool today isn't just shallow, it's toxic. Swipe left, swipe right, filters instead of faces, hookups instead of commitment, attention seeking instead of loyalty. It's like swimming in a pool that looks refreshing on the surface, but underneath it's full of chlorine, oil, and broken glass. It's not water, it's poison. And older men are saying, I'm not diving in. They'd rather protect their spirit, their wallet, and their peace than drown in chaos disguised as romance. And that brings us to reason number 11, which flips the script because this one isn't about women at all. It's about the men themselves. Reason number 11.
All right, before we finish this video, I just want to leave you with something simple. No analysis, no overthinking, just the truth as I see it. What we watch today isn't just random drama. It's a sign of the times. When men stop giving attention, the whole game changes. And honestly, I think it's about time. People got comfortable thinking attention would always be there. That someone would always chase, always message back, always show up no matter what. But life doesn't work like that. Respect goes both ways. Effort goes both ways. And when one side stops giving, the other side eventually stops too. And that's what we're seeing now. It's not hatred. It's not revenge. It's just people waking up. Men are focusing on themselves, their goals, their mental health, their peace. And when you take your attention back and put it into your own life, you start to see things clearly. You start to notice who was really there for you, and who was only there for the attention you gave them. And yeah, for some people, that's a hard truth to swallow. But it's still the truth. At the end of the day, everyone has a choice. You can blame the world for not giving you what you want. Or you can become someone worth choosing. That's what this all comes down to. So, if you've been enjoying the videos, if you like the way I talk about these things without sugarcoating, without filters, without pretending everything is perfect, then do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It helps a lot, it keeps the channel growing, and it lets me bring more content like this every single week. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.